Today, from Seattle, Washington,
here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a familiar face, a man with 9 Pro Bowls in 10 seasons as the Seahawks' all-time leading passer, Russell Wilson. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a short pickup to about the 25. Not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have those starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team wanted to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Kittle with the nice hands there, and he's coming off yet another all-pro season in which he was a lone player at his position to eclipse 1,000 yards for the year, and he only needed 65 catches to do it. Once he grabs the ball, good luck getting him on the ground.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Wilson. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Here's Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Goff. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. From the red zone now, Goff. Touchdown! DJ Chark, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. scoring the touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now 3rd down and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is just depending on them to take a
touchdown, Broncos. Alex Arma, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd and 10. Goff again. They'll find the former Steeler, Deontay Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Moore, the man in motion. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle to Beckham. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen. But he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Goff. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To the air again. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Back to throw. Goff. Flushed out right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Goff. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Deontay Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And the touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. On first down, Wilson. Connects with Kittle underneath. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now Wilson. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now it's Wilson. Able to hook up with Williams. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Wilson. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. C.J. Stroud, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head to the Big East. Check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Travis Etienne, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in that first half. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run. On first down, it's gone. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that incomplete nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Two yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Now gone. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Goff now looking to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Down the left sideline. Odell Beckham. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across. The 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers, he brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Goff now looks to throw. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 25. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Now it's Wilson. Room past the 35. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. DJ Moore. Touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The returner, DJ Chark. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The open man is Chark. It's complete. Still going. But I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A give right side now to Hunt. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Throwing is Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Now it's Goff. Rolling to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Now Goff. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw is Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Now it's Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Stop it one more time as they take the knee. CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Denver, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.